Forgive me, dear blog readers, for I have sinned. It's been several weeks since my last Google Hangout or blog post about the Understanding Media by Understanding Google MOOC. But there's a very good reason for this absence, really, and it's a reason that I hope you understand. Firstly, the reason that I've not been conducting the Hangouts as much as I was is twofold. First of all, that my MOOC buddy, Elizabeth, has unfortunately been able to participate in most of the Hangouts following week 2, and I felt that the monologue that I did around week 3 didn't really add any value, so I stopped doing the Hangouts. And the reason that I've stopped writing the blog posts was because, well, I didn't need to. The reason that I'd committed to writing the blog post, the reason that I'd committed to doing the Hangouts, was to keep me on the straight and narrow, to keep me honest, to have me accountable to you for undertaking the actual the MOOC itself and sticking to the MOOC, which, as you know, I've had trouble doing in the past. But I didn't need to. It was wonderful. I found myself thoroughly engaged throughout the entire MOOC program. I found that there were some areas that were challenging. There were some areas that I found easy. It was all interesting. So I didn't feel that I needed to add more burden to myself to not only undertake the MOOC, but to regularly blog about the MOOC as well. So apologies if you've missed out on reading those blog posts. I can't imagine that too many of you have even noticed, but that's cool. So that's the reason that I've not been blogging or conducting the Hangout. So getting to the MOOC itself, what did I take from it? Well, lots. There was the content itself was great. It was well presented. There was lots of interesting facts and data and research and history around Google, and I'll certainly make sure that in the future that I refer back to those notes that I've taken, because there was some really good data and statistics that I feel will probably help me back up some business plans and some projects in the future. But if we push the content to one side for a moment and put that out of the way, there were two other things that I found very interesting. One, the way that the MOOC was constructed was fantastic. I thought that Owen Youngman and his staff at the university, at Northwest University, did very, very well. It's well structured, great content in there, and it was engaging from start to finish. I love the way that they structured the peer assessments and the peer reviews. Tens of thousands of people. There was no way that was going to be marked by an individual or even a group of people. So the peer assessments were great. There were some downsides to that, and quite a few people have been active in the forums knocking the downsides. I received negative feedback from one reviewer who stated that I only answered the questions that the assessment set me, which, call me old-fashioned, but that's all I was ever going to do, was answer the questions that the assessment set me. So I think there was a little misunderstanding on quite a few people's behalves on exactly how the peer review should take place. Lots that I can take away from just the language that they use and the way that some of the assignments were set. So I've made sure that I've captured all of that dialogue and all of those instructions, and I can certainly weave those into any future online programs that I develop or that I'm involved in. And I've also, what else did I learn? Well, there was a few strategies that I've developed for helping me stick with the MOOCs. I've not tried to read all of the content as I have in the past. I've certainly made sure that I've watched the summary videos that I found very useful. They, for me, to be perfectly honest, watching the summary videos pretty much encapsulated all of the other reading and all of the other blog posts and the suggested chapters from other books. So although I did participate in probably about 75% of the content, it was 100% of the videos that I watched, and then I picked and chose my way through the rest of the content. So there was an interesting strategy for me there in the future to try and get to the end of a MOOC, is not actually try to absorb all the material and just to pick and choose. So that's it. Week 6 is over. I'm just about to peer review one of the final other participants that I need to peer review, and that will be it. It's all open now for the assessments to be graded and marked and reviewed and all of that. So hopefully within a week or two from you watching this video, or this video being posted online, I should find out if I've been successful on the Understanding Media by Understanding Google MOOC, and whether I've managed to achieve a certificate of achievement. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully you've picked up some hints and tips for participating in a MOOC by watching these videos and also reading my blog posts. Cheers.